the hell said that doing deer makeup is easy? It's not. Not. Well, this is the most difficult makeup that I've done so far in cosplay makeups. Hi guys, this is Aisha, and I hope that everyone is doing good. And this is my attempt of doing deer makeup. Um, so if you want to try it at Christmas, you can do so. But most importantly, if you want to know which mistakes you don't have to do while doing this, then stay with me till the end of the video, because this makeup is not that easy as it may seem to you. I mean, that's the mistake that I made. I was like very relaxed while doing it. Oh, it's so easy. I can do it. I've done so many different things, but oh my god, just surprised me. And here I am with this thing. So if you want to learn which mistakes you should not do while doing this, especially for Christmas, then stay with me till the end of the video. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first step in the deer makeup is to use a primer. And for the primer, I'm using the Hamish Bulgarian Rose Satin Cream on the face. It's a Korean brand and really good, and it smells heavenly. Now for the eye makeup. So I'm using a terracotta shade on the eyelid as a base and using it under the eyes as well. And I'm using the dark brown shade and making a wing with the angle brush. So it's really up to you, but I think if you use an angled brush and use an eyeshadow for that, then you have more control and it comes out very precise and very crisp as well. So basically I've done the siren shape eyes, and yeah, you can see how gorgeous it's looking. So basically you have to draw the inner corner wing as well and the outer corner wing as well, and I have made it a little bit more dramatic. I know it's like more dramatic than the usual eyes that the deer have, but yeah, I wanted to be dramatic. So it's really important that you should remove the fallouts before using a concealer or color corrector under your eyes. Otherwise, it's gonna stick and make the eye area very gray. Now, for the concealer, I've used my favorite Ingrid Shade 84 foundation and then set it up with a setting powder. Now I'm using the same shade that I've used on the eyes as a base, as a contour, and then I'm using this dark brown shade. I thought that it would be enough, but no, it wasn't. So yeah, and I had to use a lot of brown shade on the cheeks. I don't know why it wasn't showing, so it was a really difficult and painful process to get the right consistency, and brush was not enough, so I had to resort to using my fingers, because the right kind of pigmentation actually comes through the fingers. And now the nose contour. So again, go with the angle brush, because it's going to give you a lot of control and make the lines very precise. And now I'm using the same eyeshadow on top of it, and then I'm going to blend it, both these lines together, with a fluffy clean brush. Now I'm making the line on under the nose. And now for the nose, the deer shaped nose, I've used this pencil form essence. It's important that you should draw these like dots and then fill it in. So yeah, it's gonna serve as a guide, and yeah, you can see here. And now I'm making these lines more dark with the eye shades and then dragging it towards the inner corner of my eyes to give much more structure to the face and change it to the deer shape face. So yeah, now making the lips brown with the MAC lipstick called Antique Velvet. So this makeup is inspired from the Bambi makeup. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have seen that cartoon. You're really good, really classic. And yeah, there's so many lessons in that cartoon, and if you will watch it, then you will get to know. And one thing that you have to remember is don't just don't do your lips like that, otherwise it's gonna transfer it towards the lower lip. And it kept on happening with me, and it was so frustrating. And yeah, again I'm just putting the black eye shade on my lips. And one of the reason to do it after using the lipstick is because the lipstick holds the eyeshade together. And yeah, time to make the nose much more pointed and precise, so I use a wet tissue. And yeah, you can see again the lipstick actually transferred. So now I'm using a white foundation. You can actually use a concealer, one shade lighter than your skin tone. And now I hope you understand why I didn't use the foundation in the first place. Because if you use a foundation, then if you make mistakes, which I made a lot, then it's very difficult to correct it. So yeah, don't use foundation if you are going for this cosplay makeup. And now the key is to blend it. So I'm blending it with the beauty blender. And I thought that it was not dark enough, so I just dipped the brush in the antique velvet lipstick and then use it on top of these lines. And now I'm again blending the concealer, and then sorry, the contour, and I'm then contouring the chin as well. And now time to use the highlighter, and that actually I think changed the makeup altogether. And like, I think it just made it much more beautiful. I was literally like surprised myself. And this is oh wow, and this is what do you call it, highlighter from Note Cosmetics, a Turkish brand, really good. And now the make or break part of this makeup, the dots. So yeah, you have to be really really careful while drawing it. And I decided to use the tail of this makeup brush because it actually gives the really nice dots, thick dots. And I've used a foundation to make those dots. So I don't recommend using eye pencil or anything like that because it does not give that desired effect. And why is that? You have to be careful because if you mess it up right now, all the work that you have done before will be destroyed. So yeah, I was like really really stressed while I was doing it, and again the lipstick transferred. It's so frustrating. It kept on doing. So you need to have a lot of self-control. And now for the lower lip, I'm again using this foundation. It's from a brand called Ingrid Cosmetics, a polish brand, really good, but surprisingly, very few people know about it. And now I'm just blending it with that brush and making sure it sticks on the lower lip. So after you are done with it, don't do it like because it's gonna transfer again. So yeah, thankfully for me, because I was doing it for the video, so I just stopped myself. But if you're doing it in real life, then yeah, it's a real deal. Keep lipstick and this foundation and a brush in your purse so that if you mess it up, then you can correct it. And now for the lines on the neck, it's totally optional, but it gives a really nice dramatic look to the overall makeup, especially if you're going with a plunge V-shaped neckline, because it's gonna look absolutely stunning. I mean, it just elevates the whole vibe, right? So yeah, I added a little bit of highlighter in between those lines, and you can see how elegant it's looking. So playful, so elegant, so gorgeous. And then a little bit of highlighter on the eyelids, like just a dot, not more. And you can just see how gorgeous it has, like totally turned the makeup into like ultimate level of gorgeousness. And then I messed it up while I was changing the shirt. So a little bit of piece of advice is to change your clothes before doing the dots. And here we are done with the makeup, but yeah, let's not forget the message of Bambi to respect and care for animals and don't kill them for your endless trophies. So this brings us to the end of our video. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you have, then don't forget to put a thumbs up to it and subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you don't underestimate this makeup as I did. I made the mistake of it, and now look at me. If you want to know more, you can go to my website asheblogs.com to know more about the beauty tips and all the latest products and get all these discount codes as well. So yeah, until we meet again, take care of yourself. I love you lots. Mwah. Ciao, ciao, ciao.